How do you think a younger woman will really treat you if she's truly attracted to you? Most men imagine butterflies, romance, sweetness, and a perfect fantasy. But reality, especially female psychology, is far deeper, far more intense, and far more surprising than most men ever realize. You've watched countless videos. You've read endless posts about becoming irresistible to women. But what happens when you actually succeed? What happens when she finally falls for you? When her attraction for you becomes undeniable? Do you think it's all sunshine and smooth sailing? Maybe. Because yes, she will brighten your life like sunshine. She will bring a spark you haven't felt in years. And she will treat you in ways you never thought possible. But, and this is where most men stay blind, there are also things you'd never expect from a woman who's genuinely into you. There are behaviors, reactions, emotional patterns, and subtle psychological shifts that come out only when she sees you as a man she truly desires. Some of these are sweet, some are intense, and some come with surprising downsides you must understand. If you don't, you will misread her. You will misread her intentions, and you will misread the power she gives you without even realizing it. So, today, we're breaking it all down. These are the ways younger women treat older men when they are genuinely, deeply, emotionally, and physically attracted. Let's dive in. 7. She will be super forgiving. I want to take you back to a classic moment in the movie White Chicks. There's a hilarious scene where Latrell, a star basketball player, wins a bid to take one of the white chicks out to dinner. During that dinner, she does everything in her power to turn him off, biting her nails like a maniac, spitting in her wine, ordering enough food for a family of 5, eating like she's never seen a fork before. Latrell's face shows clear disgust. His eyes twitch. His smile shakes. But the twist? It doesn't matter. He's still completely in love with her. And the moment I rewatched that scene as an adult, something clicked. It wasn't just comedic gold, it was a perfect psychological illustration of what real attraction looks like. When someone finds you deeply attractive, they become remarkably forgiving. Their tolerance increases, their emotional filters soften, their expectations shift. And women, especially younger women, are no exception. If she sees you as very attractive on her personal scale, she'll find ways to overlook almost anything you do. She'll justify, she'll rationalize, and most importantly, she'll stay attracted. Let's turn this into a real-life scenario. Imagine you're an older man dating a younger woman. Maybe you're in your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s, or even beyond. Maybe you have a few quirks. Maybe you're a little messy. Maybe you're not the best texter. Or maybe you're not as trendy or socially updated as her friends. Normally, for many women, these are deal breakers. But if she's truly into you, these flaws won't matter. She'll laugh them off. She'll shrug them away. She might even find them endearing because they humanize you. They make you real. Why? Because when a younger woman is genuinely attracted to an older man, she starts to see him through a different lens, a softer one, a more forgiving one, a lens where your flaws don't reduce your value. They actually make you charming. This is why men often say, when she likes you, you can do no wrong. It's true. Not because you're perfect, but because attraction changes perception. And this is only the beginning. 6. You'll see it coming. If a woman thinks you're very attractive, if you've reached that sweet spot of attractiveness that's hard for her to ignore, she'll make that obvious. And by obvious, I don't mean she'll walk up to you and confess her feelings. Women don't operate like that, especially younger women dealing with an older man they find irresistible. Instead, she'll choose you, and she'll choose you strongly. You'll catch her staring at you from across the room. You'll notice her whispering to her friends, then looking back at you. You'll feel the energy shift when she enters the room you're in. She'll find excuses, countless excuses to talk to you. Let's deepen this with a real example. Imagine you're an older man walking into a social gathering, maybe a stylish bar, a networking event, a birthday dinner, or even a casual get-together. You've made an effort. You're wearing well-fitting clothes. Your beard is groomed. Your posture is confident. You carry yourself like a man who knows who he is. Suddenly, something remarkable happens. Women notice you, not just politely, but consciously. She may not approach you. Most women won't. But the signs, they're everywhere. The long stare she pretends wasn't a stare. The quiet whisper to her friends. The way her group positions themselves closer to you. The way she laughs louder when you're nearby. The way she accidentally bumps into you. The way she watches you when you're not looking. This is where the magic starts. Because as an older man, you hold something younger guys still don't have. Experience, confidence, presence, and emotional stability. Women feel this instantly, especially younger women. Combine that with your physical attractiveness and suddenly you're no longer just another man at the event. You become the man she chooses, the man she notices, the man her friends keep nudging her about, the man her eyes naturally follow across the room. This is the power you don't even realize you have until you pay attention. 5. She'll sacrifice her ego. When you're drawn to someone, you can't hold back from validating them. And for women, this behavior is rare. Extremely rare. Women are usually the ones being validated. They are used to being approached, admired, complimented, and pursued. They don't normally make the first move. So when a woman starts validating you, that's a major psychological signal. It means one thing. She finds you deeply attractive. Attractive enough that she's willing to drop the shield she usually hides behind. The only man a woman validates is someone she finds physically desirable. Someone who fits her mental picture of an ideal, handsome, masculine man. Someone who hits the top of her internal handsomeness scale not by society's standards, but hers. And here's the twist. You don't have to be the most attractive man in the world. You don't need to be a model. You don't need to have universal appeal. You only need to be attractive to her. That's it. If you check the boxes of what she personally finds appealing, if you are exactly the type she's drawn to, if your age, your confidence, your stability, your maturity, your energy match what she secretly craves, then she will drop her ego instantly. She'll compliment you first. She'll text you first. She'll initiate conversations. She'll show vulnerability. She'll laugh at your jokes harder than they deserve. She'll open up emotionally. She'll try to impress you. She'll do the things she wouldn't do for just any man. This is ego sacrifice in real time. Most younger women guard their ego like a shield, but with a man they're truly attracted to, especially an older man, she loses that I'm too good to try attitude. Why? Because she doesn't want to lose you. She knows men like you are rare. She knows her attraction is real. She knows she sees something in you that other men her age simply don't have, and unconsciously, she becomes willing to meet you halfway or even more than halfway. This is a psychological green flag most men overlook. 4. She'll cross the friend zone barrier. If you're a man who doesn't have many female friends, the idea of being just friends with a woman may feel strange. But here's where things get interesting and brutally honest. If you're an objectively good-looking man, if you take care of yourself, if you're fit, well-dressed, clean, masculine, and confident, then it becomes almost impossible for many women to maintain a purely platonic relationship with you. Not because you want something more, but because they feel attraction. Here's the truth. Nobody says out loud. The people who say men and women can't be just friends are usually people who are attracted to each other, or at least one of them is. It's easy to stay in the friend zone when there's no spark, but when you're the really handsome guy, the guy she finds physically appealing, everything shifts. Even if you aren't trying anything, even if you're not attracted to her, even if you just want to keep things simple, her mind doesn't stay simple. Imagine this. You and a female friend go out together. Everything is normal until it isn't. After a drink or two, she begins flirting just a little more. Her compliments suddenly get more personal. You look really good tonight. You always smell amazing. I never noticed how attractive your hands are. Her touches linger just a bit longer. She stands closer than she used to. She laughs softer, slower, more intimately. That's not just friendship. That's attraction, escaping the cage she tried to keep it in the truth. If she finds you physically attractive, the lines will blur. Even if she tries to hide it, she's still a woman. And attraction does not disappear because the two of you agreed to be just friends. A moment of vulnerability, a shared laugh, a slightly emotional night can shift the entire dynamic. And once that door cracks open, it's impossible for her to unfeel what she feels. This is why attractive men rarely stay in the friend zone, not because of their intentions, but because of hers. 3. She'll be everywhere. Suppose you work together. You go into the kitchen to make yourself coffee, and 10 seconds later, she's magically there too. She wants coffee now. You walk past her desk and greet her. She always responds with an enthusiastic, warm, bright hi. Not a casual hello, but a smile that lights up like you just made her day. You suggest meeting up with colleagues after work, and she's the first one to say yes. She may even cancel her existing plans to be there because you will be there. She tries to make eye contact with you anytime she can. She laughs at your jokes even when others don't. She positions herself near you without making it obvious. She mirrors your body language, your tone, and your energy. This is not coincidence. This is not just friendly. This is proximity attraction. Women who like you will find ways to exist in your space. Their body pulls toward you without them realizing it. But here's where you must stay sharp. This is dark psychology after all. If she seeks your company for reasons other than enjoying your presence, if she only appears when she needs a favor, fixing her computer, rearranging her furniture, setting up her Wi-Fi, helping with her backyard, then she might not be attracted. She just needs help. A woman who likes you does not use you. She adds to your presence. She doesn't drain it. But there's another side. If a woman perceives you as very attractive, especially if you're more attractive than she is, her behavior might turn strange. She may act nervous, awkward, giggly, overly shy, or even a bit avoidant. Attraction can make her act weird in the cutest ways. Some women even behave like teenagers around a man they want. They're not pretending, they're overwhelmed. 2. The downside of being highly attractive. Most men dream of being highly attractive, but they don't realize that attractiveness comes with its own psychological challenges, especially with younger women. Some women will try to downplay your looks to make you feel average or normal, not because they don't find you attractive, but because they do. If you're highly attractive, she might try to balance the scales so she doesn't feel like she's the one chasing you. This is a subtle power move, a quiet psychological strategy. Others may do it to keep your ego in check or to keep their status above yours. She doesn't want to feel like the one who scored above her level, so she tries to pull you back to equal ground. She won't call you ugly. She won't insult you. She won't criticize your appearance directly. Of course not. She wouldn't even be with you if that was the case. Instead, she'll make comments like, "I've been with more good-looking men than you. I always attract handsome guys. You're not the first attractive man I've dated." These aren't insults. These are psychological adjustments. She's trying to make your attractiveness seem normal to her. She's signaling that she doesn't want you to think you're the prize, even though deep down she feels exactly that. Women downplay attractive men the same way men downplay attractive women they're nervous around. It's a defense mechanism. But here's the part most men miss. It shouldn't hurt your ego. It shouldn't make you insecure. It shouldn't make you react emotionally because her downplaying your looks is actually proof of how good-looking she thinks you are. It's a form of protection, a psychological shield. And here's something even more intense. Some younger women will even get jealous if you get more attention than they do. If women stare at you, if women compliment you, if women flirt with you, she may suddenly act irritated, defensive, or slightly cold. Not because she's angry at you, but because she's afraid of losing you. Her insecurity shows up as attitude. Her desire comes out as irritation. Her fear of competition turns into a little emotional chaos. This is the part of attraction most men don't expect, but it's real. And if you're an older man who looks good, carries himself well, and knows his worth, you'll experience this much more than you think. 1. The value proposition. When a younger woman is drawn to an older man, it's often far more strategic and far more psychological than you might think. Younger women today don't just choose older men because of looks or charm or confidence. They choose older men because of value, not in a shallow way, not in a gold digger way, but in a biological, emotional, and psychological way. For centuries, women have been wired to seek men who offer stability, direction, security, leadership, protection, and a clear life path, and older men naturally project these traits. Here's the hard truth. Many younger women are attracted to older men because of what they can bring to the table, especially financial stability, which acts as a springboard for her long-term goals. Now, let's compare this to something every man understands. Imagine working a job you like. You're comfortable. You're doing fine. You've built experience. But suddenly a recruiter calls you with an offer that gives you more money, more stability, more freedom, more opportunities, more growth, more long-term security. Even if you're happy where you are, that new offer will catch your attention. You'll compare, you'll evaluate, you'll consider the benefits. You'll think about the long-term advantages. It's not emotional, it's strategic. This is exactly how many younger women approach relationships with older men. They're not just looking at what you offer today, they're looking at where being with you could lead them in the next 5, 10, or 20 years. They want a man who has direction, has purpose, has emotional stability, has financial discipline, has wisdom, has self-control, has real-world experience, has masculine presence, knows what he wants, knows how to lead, knows how to build a life. Younger men rarely have these qualities yet, but older men do. The attraction is real, but it's also tied to value, vision, and long-term alignment. Yes, the truth is more transactional than most men want to admit, but it's also deeply instinctive and biologically grounded. And once a younger woman sees value in you, her attraction becomes incredibly powerful, both emotionally and psychologically. So, now that you've seen the full picture, now that you understand how younger women treat older men they're truly attracted to, the sweetness, the signals, the psychological slips, the ego drops, the friend zone cracks, the jealousy, the forgiveness, and yes, even the strategic value she weighs behind the scenes. There's one final question you must ask yourself. How should you respond to all this? Because attraction, especially the deep psychological kind, isn't just about what she does. It's about how you carry yourself when her attraction starts to show. And here is the part most men miss. A younger woman's attraction to an older man is powerful, but it is fragile when mishandled. If you start overgiving, if you get emotionally attached too fast, if you put her on a pedestal, if you lose your masculine frame, if you act like you won the jackpot, you will lose the very qualities that attracted her to you in the first place. Women, especially younger women, are attracted to older men because of your stability, your emotional calm, your discipline, your standards, your boundaries, your presence, your mindset, your maturity, your detachment from drama, your sense of purpose. Lose these and you lose the dynamic. But when you maintain them, when you stay grounded, composed, confident, selective, and calm, her attraction doesn't fade, it intensifies. Because she feels safe with you. She feels guided by you. She feels desired but not owned. She feels seen but not suffocated. She feels connected but still intrigued. This balance, this masculine balance, is what separates the older men she forgets from the older men she becomes addicted to. And here's the part that hits hardest. A younger woman may choose you for your value, but she stays for your energy, your leadership, your consistency, your emotional strength, your masculine presence. This is what turns attraction into attachment. This is what turns interest into investment. This is what turns desire into devotion. If she treats you the way we've described in this video, it means you have far more influence over her emotions than you realize. But with that influence comes responsibility. You must become the kind of man whose presence improves her life, not controls it, not manipulates it, not suffocates it. A man she can grow with. A man she respects, a man she trusts, a man she looks up to not because you demand it but because you embody it. That is dark psychology used the right way, not to trap her but to understand her, not to overpower her but to lead with clarity, not to manipulate her but to hold your power without apology. When you do that, the dynamic between you and her becomes unstoppable. This is dark psychology. My name is Amelia, and if you're still here, that tells me something powerful about you. You're not just curious, you're not just watching. You're a man who wants to understand attraction on a deeper level. A man who craves clarity, truth, and psychological mastery. A man who refuses to be blind to the signals women give. And if you want more videos breaking down female psychology, more signs women try to hide, more real, raw truths men rarely hear, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Hit the like button. It helps this video reach more men like you. And of course, if you want to go even deeper into attraction, female behavior, and masculine power, I have something special for you. Master Dark Attraction and Stoic Masculinity full ebook, https:/prince4.gumroad.com/l/puzz. Inside, you'll discover how to think like a high-value man, how women make hidden decisions about men, how to hold masculine frame effortlessly, the psychological triggers that spark her desire, how to stay in control even when emotions get intense. It's one of the most powerful guides I've ever created. Thank you for watching, and always remember, a younger woman may be attracted to your looks, but she falls in love with your mind. This is Dark Psychology, and I'll see you in the next video.